In the Sioux Falls area alone, overdose deaths are up 50% so far this year over last. A majority of those were caused by the painkiller fentanyl. The synthetic opioid fentanyl is 50 to 100 times more potent than heroin. It's cheap, easy to get, and is increasingly being cut by suppliers into street drugs without buyers' knowledge. It's what killed KELOLAND's Angela Kenneke's daughter, Emily. Emily had enough fentanyl in her system to kill 6 people. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Angela talks with other parents who have lost their children to fentanyl poisoning and looks into why fentanyl has led to the deadliest drug overdose epidemic in U.S. history.
26-year-old Ryan Blomberg could never walk by a piano without stopping to play, often his own compositions. But this gifted and talented young man also battled the demon of addiction. In 2016, he entered treatment and seemed committed to staying clean.
He worked the 12-step program like none other. I mean, his friends in the NA community were totally blindsided because they didn't see any of this coming.
What they didn't see coming was Ryan buying what he thought was heroin in April. Denise got the call her son was found unresponsive in his apartment on a Tuesday afternoon.
So then we waited for 8 weeks for toxicology results to come back before we found out it was pure fentanyl.
I don't think he knew. He wasn't a stupid kid. He was a very, very highly intelligent child. He was just highly intelligent, worked. I mean, none of the symptoms you think of a user. I mean, he had a job, he worked hard.
Randy Thompson's 22-year-old son Cole died 14 days after Ryan.
Fentanyl? What's fentanyl? What's heroin? I've heard of heroin. Everybody's heard of heroin. I mean, you think bums laying in the alley with needles, you know. And I said, you're doing heroin, and it was laced with a deadly drug.
Fentanyl is, I believe, the most radical change in drug trafficking that we've ever seen in this country.
Journalist Sam Quinones has tracked the opioid epidemic through 2 decades, from prescriptions to a rise in illegal drug use.
What you're seeing is that this is now the go-to additive. It's a very, very cheap, extraordinarily potent, supremely profitable additive that you can put on anything.
We have found fentanyl laced into synthetic marijuana.
A person who smokes marijuana drenched in fentanyl is going to become an opiate addict, same with cocaine.
And there are laboratories in China that have developed or been taken over by criminal enterprises and have been shipping illegally fentanyl into the United States, a lot of times through what's called the dark web.
The Justice Department shut down the dark website Alphabay this summer. Alphabay was a major source of fentanyl and heroin linked to overdose deaths.
But there are other parts of the dark web where you can still order fentanyl and other drugs and hope they arrive in the mail.
Parsons says a new federal law with harsher punishments for cases involving overdoses has led to charges against 8 dealers in South Dakota in less than a year.
I don't think they're worried at all about their customers. I think they're worried about making money, and that's what they're doing. It's about greed.
And we've got a drug war on our hands. We don't need to worry about bombs. We need to worry about fentanyl.
We all need to work together and root this stuff out. That's the only way we can win.
These grieving parents say the only thing left for them to do now is to speak out about what happened to their children to try to save the lives of others.
God, if you just save one person, anybody, don't make them think twice.
You don't wake up in the morning saying, geez, I hope something happens to my child because I want to be an advocate for something. But it puts you in a spot where you're left with nothing but that choice to make a difference so that your child didn't die in vain. I never want to think that Ryan's life didn't matter.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Angela Kenneke.
There were 67 overdose deaths in South Dakota last year. The U.S. Attorney says he expects 2018 statewide numbers to be double that. The Opioid Crisis Response Act, currently making its way through Congress, includes provisions to try to stop fentanyl from coming into the country through the mail from Mexico and China so easily.